All right, Tim Blankenship here, divorce661.com. It's Day in the Life of an LDA, Divorce 661 Daily Perspective, episode 23. Moving right along here with these episodes. I do a ton of videos, probably 6, 7, 8 a day. I'll have, I think, 3,000 videos by the time the end of the year. So in about 6 or 8 weeks. 2 weeks till Thanksgiving, people. So always the end of the year seems to come by really fast. Couple updates just to let you know if you're filing in LA County, the e-file will be down this Thursday. So Thursday from 6 p.m. until Sunday at 6 p.m. So it'll be down for 4 days. Going back to the videos, I have 2,700, almost 2,800 videos. One thing you can do when if you're trying to do your own divorce, you're trying to get help, is use my channel as you can search the channel specifically. So instead of searching YouTube in the regular YouTube feed, go to my channel and you can actually search my channel. And then you can put in what you're looking for and you'll come up with the video you're looking for, most likely with the amount of videos I've done. I had a gentleman asked for some help today. He's trying to help his daughter do her divorce. And I just said, hey, send over your reject sheet. I'll take a look at it. And it was an issue with the proof of service. And I went to my channel. I could probably show you. I went to my channel and searched for that. What I know what I would have, talked about, found the video, sent him the video and said, here's this is what your judgment's being rejected. And here's how you need to fix it. So, we do have a full service. So I'll be happy to, you can hire me as well. It's not a free service, but if you need help finding a video I did because you're trying to do it yourself, happy to do that. Speaking of which, I've been considering, and I want your opinion. I was thinking about doing free judgment rejection reviews, meaning you did your own divorce, you turned in your judgment and it was rejected and you got a reject sheet. I'm considering, and let me know in the comments, but I'm considering finding a way for you to be able to maybe upload your rejected judgment, not the judgment itself, not the paperwork, but just the reject sheet that says what's wrong with it. And then I'll do a video talking about how to fix that. Let me know what you guys think about that. Okay. So talked about the e-file being down. Talked about rejected judgment reviews possibly. Today, busy day. Not, yesterday we had like 12 consultations. Today we've had 6 consultations. 3 of you, not that I consulted with you, but this is part of Tim's temper tantrum. I'm not going to talk about it, but when you call, there's something you need to do before you hang up. I'm going to talk about that at the end of this segment. So what do we got for you? So today I e-filed 4 judgments yesterday with LA County and I got them all back approved today. So again, we're still getting them done within 5 weeks. We file a petition, we do the proof of service, and then we get the settlement agreement together. And we usually have that done in a week or so. And then I just wait until 31 days have passed from the date of service, which is done by notice and acknowledgement. And then I can e-file the judgment. And we got all 4 back the next day. Totally approved. They're totally done. They're just waiting out their 6 months before they're officially single people. And those are sometime in April of next year. So even though we do get them done in 5 weeks, the 6 months still applies. People ask me that all the time. So for LA County judgments, less than 24 hours, which is awesome. I really feel bad for anyone that does not live in LA County. I'm really hoping that the other counties come on board with allowing us to submit the judgments. I hope they come on board with getting faster approvals as well. Because there's one other county that allowed me to submit the judgment a few weeks ago is Tulare County, and I e-filed that like 2 weeks ago, and no acknowledgement. Just kind of goes into the oblivion or whatnot. It's not like LA County where you get a confirmation and then almost immediate approval within 24 hours. Drafted 4 settlement agreements today, both the combination of forms and the actual settlement agreement documents. Have lots of cases we're trying to get wrapped up before Thanksgiving. I think people that have already started with us, we're trying to get wrapped up. So I'm getting a lot of people turning in their terms to me. So I'm trying to get to your cases and your files to get those wrapped up so we can get those submitted. Had two people get their information to me today. I was able to get their settlement agreements drafted, and all their final judgment forms, had them e-sign, e-notarize, and also e-file those with the court. So those have been submitted. I had a question today from one of the consultations I did about the e-notary service. They said, Tim, I didn't think California allowed notaries to do electronic notaries. And she was correct. California does not allow a notary service in California to do electronic notary. It has to be in person, in your face. But the courts allow for electronic notary. So the service I use currently is proof.com. That's right. If you're going to be my client, that's where I'll set you up with. I have an account with them, and you'll be notarizing your settlement agreement. The trick is that the notaries, I noticed, mostly are in Florida, Texas, Virginia, things like that. So even though you're signing in California, the notary service that they're performing the notary are in another state, and those states allow the notary, and the courts accept that. I shouldn't say the courts. LA County accepts that, as does San Diego. All other courts want that wet signature in state notary service. We had one county, I want to say it was Contra Costa, one of those ones up north. I shouldn't say north, but they one of the spouses was on vacation and notarized. So they're in the case was in California. Obviously, they took their paperwork with them. They had notarized in whatever state, doesn't matter. They go like New York or Florida or something. And when we turned it in, the court rejected the judgment, saying, why was the notary done out of state? Who cares? Like, sometimes the clerks blow my mind with the stuff they come up with. They think that we're trying to sneak something by them, and they think they caught something. Oh my God, they notarized this in another state. It's still notarized. Like, what's the big deal? Just because the address didn't match, and that's what they said. The party lives in California. Why was the notary in Texas or whatever? It doesn't matter. It was notarized. That's just the stuff that we deal with. So I guess that was it regarding that. Did the settlement agreements, judgments, proof of service of amended summons and petition. This is one of the questions that came up. I had actually done a video on this before, but just real quick, and I can direct you to the video. I'll probably just cut out that part of the video for you and upload that. But how to properly do a proof of service when you have amended your summons and petition. It does get tricky, and I do have a video on that. All right, so here's Tim's temper tantrum. We had a pretty fast daily perspective today. Of the 6 consultations I had today, it would have been 9, but for 3 of you who called my office today did not leave your phone number. I can't call you back if you don't leave a phone number. My phone doesn't track your number. It goes through my office and then comes to my desk, and by that time, it doesn't capture on my phone. So I can't just do like a call back. And it's not a cell phone, it's a business line. So I don't know who you are. If you didn't get a call from me today, that's why. Second, Tim's temper tantrum of the day is 2 of the clients that hired me today. Both had paralegal services that they hired previously who did not do their paperwork. One of them, I think, was trying to do it and just didn't know how, and just was really messing it up, like really bad. And the other one was, I don't want to say it's a scam service, but took their money, did some of the paperwork, never to call them back again. What I hate about that is, and what makes me mad, and why this is part of Tim's temper tantrum, is this falls back on our industry, my industry, with what I do. When this happens and people call me, they're like, yeah, we hired someone, they didn't do it, or the judgment's getting rejected multiple times. And now they're, the hairs are standing up on their arm. They're like concerned about hiring someone because is it going to happen again? And I totally get it. It just makes our industry look bad. So shame on you if you're taking advantage of people. Shame on you if you don't know what you're doing. If you can't do it, refund the money. I've refunded money to people who it was like super complex, or the parties just fell out of agreement, and I wasn't going to be finalized. There's no harm in that. Just, but if it goes crazy, I do my consultations pretty well, to the point that I'm 99% certain that it's going to be amicable. We're not going to have any problems. But where the cases blow up because one spouse, it goes sideways, they fall out of agreement, For instance, I'll give you an example. We filed an initial petition. That's been filed. They're working on their agreement, and then one party goes out and goes and gets attorney, and for whatever reason they feel like it's not fair or whatever's going on in their world. And so I'll simply, to give a partial refund. Maybe I'll get 50% back and just say, hey, sorry, we can finish it as nothing on our end that we did. We couldn't have foreseen this happening, but refund people, it fixes all. So let me know on the judgment reject reviews. Going over the reject sheets. In the alternative, what I can do is just get a full reject sheet from each county and go down the list and just talk about each of those reject issues. I could do that as well. I think it's more interesting when it's a specific reject sheet from people actually going through the process, because the reject is going to be specific to what they did wrong. And I think we'll get more out of it. Plus, I'll be able to help people who are like really trying to do their own paperwork, like the gentleman was today. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's Daily Perspective, episode 23. We will talk to you tomorrow, which will be 2 weeks to the day before Thanksgiving.